What am I going to play? Hi everyone, welcome to Game Club again. Today we're trying to find out if we can survive in a strange hostile environment, which is basically a board with sort of hexagons on it, I guess, in Survive Escape from Atlantis. Now this is the 35th anniversary version, I believe. 30th anniversary version. So let's hope over 30 years it's got either better or maybe it's got worse. Why don't we find out? Join us as we unbox this and then review the game. So I'm now going to unbox Survive Escape from Atlantis, and right, so to start with, the Survive box, I think it's remained pretty much unchanged from its original incarnation, and that actually helps because I think it still keeps in keeping with the aesthetic of the game and basically what the logic of the game is. I like this underwater fish, which you just get to see if you look. I think Stronghold Games, great game producer, have kept to the rationale that they just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right, here we go. Survive Space Attack. There's a Space Attack version, interesting, and Diamonds, I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so Survive, there's your booklet. Now I believe that the booklet is pretty consistent with what you'd expect from Stronghold, which is concise, sometimes needs a little bit more explanation, but bar that, they're pretty good at what they do. There's a 2-play game guide, and that's brilliant. Okay, so I'll just put that there. Then we've got in front of me the actual hexagon board, which is big and looks good. And then we have the pieces. Some have been rumbled up a little bit, but there we go, good enough. Well done, nice. The boat pieces there. Oh, shark pieces. Then we've got the little meeple pieces. More meeple pieces, whales, monsters, and shark pieces there. Brilliant. And then finally, just to see the dice, which is a little bit difficult to get out there. You probably notice. Yeah, there we go. Great. Okay, so that's the game. Now I'm going to, that's the unboxing. Now I'm going to review the game. Let's review Survive Escape from Atlantis. So, Julian Cortland Smith's Survive Escape from Atlantis. What did we think? Well, we liked it. I think that I'd have to go so far as to say it's the game that crossed most players alongside Escape from Dark Castle as an exciting and interesting play, but one that also was easily distilled to the audience so they could play it without too much confusion, even though no one who played it had played it before. I would go even further and say that this is still dynamic enough and still engaging enough that it gives you, the audience, no matter who they are, the opportunity to play it and feel rewarded from playing it. This probably I'd go so far as to say is a multiplayer game, so it's a sort of game that will cross boundaries and be along the lines of how Cluedo and Monopoly were, that people who are novices and people who are experienced can play the game and enjoy it. There is a slight sophistication to it, and I do think that the play type is slightly more engaging than you would get in other games, because what you're effectively doing is a time bar and you're playing a slight strategy. But overall, the game is still richly rewarding, very good fun, and you can see even 30 years on, and this game has been superseded, that it still packs a punch. It's still well worth evaluating and playing. So if you don't have this in your collection, I think it's a good idea to look for it and basically buy it and put it in there. If you haven't played it, seek it out and play it, because I think you'll enjoy it. And overall, well done to Julian Cortland Smith. He's made something that has kept itself in the game. It still adds to the narrative of games and board games, and I think still is well worth exploring. So that was Survive Escape from Atlantis. I'm Simon, and this was Game Club. Thank you for watching.